Rationalization is the name of the game with the new BMW iX50 Sport, because the iX40 is gone. This is now the entry level, and according to BMW, this is everything the BMW iX customer needs and nothing more, which is why it's 60,000 ringgit cheaper than the iX50 M Sport. So today we're going to take a quick walk around of BMW's latest iX variant and tell you everything you need to know. My name is AIMAN ABDULLAH. This is Malaysian Motoring. This is a quick walk around of the 2024 BMW iX xDrive50 Sport. Now, BMW has been very strategic onto the things that they've included and the things that they've excluded from the new iX50 Sport. So those headlights, for example, look like what you've seen before, but they now no longer have laser light functionality. These are a more basic BMW LED unit, but I can assure you they are plenty bright enough. They've also included the visual trickery from the iX M Sport. So you have the slightly more aggressive front end with those little black inserts in the bumper, which I think look fantastic, as well as the 22-inch alloy wheels wrapped in Pirelli rubber, which now sit ahead of some adaptive upgraded suspension from the previous iX40 Sport. That means that this car should drive a little bit better, it should ride a little bit better, and more importantly, with these wheels, they certainly look a lot better. As we move further down the car, as you can see, nothing else has been taken away. You still have the flush door handles here, you still have the beautiful frameless windows, but we're now missing the panoramic sunroof, which is fine because apparently Malaysians really don't like that. But the most important upgrade is here, because for all 2024 model year iXs, you now get 22 kilowatt AC charging. Now, because it's the iX50, that means it has a battery capacity in excess of 100 kilowatts. And so with 22 kilowatt charging, that means you can charge this car from dead to full in a little over 5 hours. DC charging remains the same at up to 200 kilowatts, which means you can go from 10 to 80% in about half an hour. Now, bear in mind, the WLTP range on the iX is very impressive indeed, and we've already covered the capabilities of this car in our full review, which you can still catch live on the channel. Now, the rear of the iX50 Sport looks exactly the same. So you still have the more aggressive lower bumper treatment, you still have the very nice slimline LED taillights, which I think over time are kind of growing on me, a little bit like that beaver tooth snout. But more importantly, you still get an electric tailgate, behind which sits a good amount of space. For 5 passengers worth of luggage, there's plenty of room in here. And of course, if you need more space, the rear bench does fold 40-20-40, completely flat, accessible from here, which means it's even easier to load longer items into the car. But in addition to having a set of free secondary taillights, the changes inside are a little bit more significant to me. It might not be immediately obvious to you, but I'll point it out in a second. Now, the infotainment system here still runs exactly the same screen setup as before, so you have this beautiful curved display which stretches out through basically 2/3 of the dashboard with fantastic graphics on this side, and BMW's new operating system, which can be manipulated via touch or via the scroll wheel here. Now, of course, in terms of interior appointments, everything seems broadly similar. You still get these lovely 2-piece leather seats replete with bolster adjustments in here somewhere, as well as memory functionality and all of that nonsense in this lovely sort of dark brown material, which I like a little bit more than I should, I think. You also get your dual zone climate control, which still is infuriatingly manipulated via the screen, and of course you still have physical controls for your aircon vents, which I certainly appreciate. You also get an electrical wheel adjustment, you still get a full heads-up display, you still get the driver assistance systems, which I'll touch on later. But what irritates me to no end is, even though this car comes with the Harman Kardon system, which is greatly appreciated, unfortunately we have lost the cut glass package for the controls. So while the iDrive system here still has this sort of perspex thing over the top, the gear selector is now done up in plastic, and the seat controls and seat memory functionality is also done up in plastic. Now, that's not necessarily a bad thing because plastic can be made to look quite pretty. The problem is the controls in this car appear to have been made as cheaply as possible, which I think was initially a way to get people to upgrade to the more expensive model, but now it just feels a little bit mean. Now, mercifully, they haven't cheaped out back here at all because you still have physical controls for the air conditioning back here as part of the 4-zone climate control, and I certainly appreciate these buttons more than I do the system in front. And you still get air conditioning vents here on the B pillar, you still get these electronic door poppers, you still get more Harman Kardon speakers built in here, you still get your ambient lighting, you still get the comfortable seats, you still get the deployable armrests with the deployable cup holders, and everything in here still feels just as nice. It's just that I now have a lot less light in here because we don't have a panoramic sunroof. Mercifully though, BMW interior lighting has always been quite nice, and so that continues here. Now, where I wish BMW would have saved a little bit of money on is the size of the grille, but that grille still hides all the active safety tech that you would expect to find from what is ultimately BMW's proudest electric vehicle. So you have the Driving Assistant Plus and all of the ADAS systems that come with it, which include things like autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, adaptive cruise control with traffic jam assist, level 2 semi-autonomy, which means the car will steer itself in lane, you have lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, and there is still a 360-degree camera. What we can't quite figure out is whether or not this car still comes with adaptive LED headlights, given the fact they now no longer have laser light functionality. Now, bear in mind, the BMW iX range welcomes this as a new variant, which means we now have the iX50 Sport, the iX50 M Sport, and then the iX M60. Now, the prices of this particular vehicle, as I said, represents a 60,000 ringgit saving over the iX xDrive50 M Sport, which means this is now the new entry-level variant and is most likely going to welcome the most number of customers into the BMW i family. Let us know what you think in the comment section below about this new BMW iX. Do you think that BMW Group Malaysia's rationalization exercise with this car is accurate? What are the features in the car and outside the car that you think they should have retained? What would you be willing to pay a little bit more for? Or ultimately, are you just going to spring for the M Sport model? Let us know in the comment section below. But in any case, that has been our walk around of the new 2024 BMW iX xDrive50 Sport. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon so you're notified every time we make a new upload. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can join our new WhatsApp channel. All the links are in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. We will catch you in the next one. Take care and stay safe.